Have you ever noticed that the more you care about something, right, the more importance you give to a goal, a desire, something that you want to create or have in your life, the harder it is to get it. You become needy, you become obsessed, you become anxious, you have all that self-doubt, and you end up repelling it, pushing it away. And meanwhile, when you relax, when you detach, when you go about doing the things that you have to do, it just seems to gravitate toward you. What is that about? Well, it's about understanding two very important forces in your life, right? And in this video, I'm going to teach you the art of detachment. How can you detach emotionally from the goal, the outcome that you want, and start letting things flow toward you, like going with the flow instead of fighting and swimming against the current. One of the main things you have to understand is that the moment you give too much importance to something, someone, a goal, a desire, a person, like you put them on a pedestal, instantly, where does that put you? Underneath, below, right? So this is where the neediness, the chasing, the anxiety, the worry, the despair, the worst case scenario, and all those things that drives you crazy and miserable come from, is because you have assigned too much importance to the goal, the outcome, the meaning, and what it will do for you, what it would mean for you to have it, and how it would make you feel. Yeah? For example, let's say you have that big client at work and you're like, oh my God, if I get that client, not only the commission is gonna be huge, I'm gonna look good, I'm gonna make so much money, I'm gonna be the man in the work, I might even get a freaking promotion. So all of a sudden, you build up that outcome, the meaning, you overinflate it, and the importance shoot up dramatically. So does your anxiety, so does your worry, so does all that need to be in control and have things unfold the way you want it and so on. And before you know it, two things happen. Either everything becomes a struggle and eventually you make it, but everything is just an uphill battle. Or you subconsciously blew it off and you actually end up creating the opposite of what you want. And a lot of people notice this, especially when it comes to dating, especially when it comes to relationship with people, whether it's at work or in intimate. The more needy you are to a person, like the more you text them and you want to know where they are and what they do and so on, the more they just freak out and they just can't run fast away from you. Does that make sense? So that neediness that you have creates this balance in your energy. Too much importance make your energy out of balance, and ultimately you end up attracting exactly what you don't want. So what is the lesson here? The lesson is to understand, okay, when I care too much, it's because I have assigned too much meaning to the outcome and I have pumped up the importance, and that makes me miserable. So I gotta start becoming aware of how much certain things mean, why it means certain things, how much identification I have to my self-worth, to be successful, to be free, to all those crazy ideas and attachment I have placed on having that certain things, because your mind works on projections. What you want and why you want it is often because of the feeling, the essence, what it's going to bring you, right? That special partner, that big sales at work, that promotion, that new car, that bag, everything being perfect, people liking you and so on, is a trade-off for how you want to feel. And so your mind just always seek what you haven't mastered between yourself, because you probably notice that what you have, you don't chase. This is a very important concept to understand. What you already have in your life, you don't chase. And you can see that with other people as well. What they have, what they feel secure in, they don't go about chasing more of it. They only chase and so on the things that they like, the quality they haven't mastered between themselves. So people who are always chasing external validation and approval and people liking them and loving them and so on is because they have those insecurities, because they feel like, I'm not worthy of being liked, I need to be a certain way, I need to earn it, whatever the story may be. And so subconsciously they simply project that love, that neediness, that thing that they want to get onto the goal, onto the people, onto the thing. Right? So when I get that special partner, when I get that relationship, when things work out, then I feel this way. So you have to understand this, because this is why we give so much importance to the outcome that we want. And the moment you understand that, you get the key to be like, you know what, it doesn't mean anything. That big sale, that big presentation, that car, that bag, that thing that I want to get, the subscriber, I don't need this video to be perfect and for everybody to watch it and for everybody to rave about it and comment on it. I don't need it. I am okay as I am now. And this is the art of detachment. Can you detach meaning create space emotionally from the goal, from what you want and so on, and be present here and now, be at peace here and now, being free here and now, being, love, whatever the quality that you want. Can you embody that quality here and now? And when you start to do that, what you do energetically, you're putting yourself basically on the pedestal instead of putting the goal on the pedestal. And this is why it becomes reverse. The thing starts to be chasing you. The thing starts to go and run toward you in your own life. And you have already experienced that in your own life. If you reflect, the things that come very easily, the things that gravitate toward you, the things that you just seem to attract, that you don't really care so much about. Notice the energy dynamic, and I guarantee you, then you compare it to the thing that you're obsessed, that you worry, that you really, really, really want in your life, that you're struggling to get, the energy dynamic is opposite. And so that shows you that if you start to reverse that energy dynamic, you can replicate that. So detachment is a superpower. It's a form of self-regulation, mentally and emotionally, because you have to control the meaning you assign to the thing, right? But you also have to self-regulate emotionally by understanding that ultimately this is an emotional game. This is an emotional journey, and I am only projecting what I perceive to be lacking subconsciously, so that when I get that thing, it will fill that void. The moment you understand that, you gain that power back, because now you can start giving yourself, like living in a state of the thing that you actually desire. And when you do that, you become a match to the thing that you actually desire. And that's why it starts to flow naturally in your life. Because again, you don't chase what you are. You don't get what you want. You always attract, create, manifest, get more of what you already are in your life. So this is the process of becoming. So to master detachment, the first thing I want you to do, the first step, is to really ask yourself, where in my life, which area, which goal, which desire do I assign too much importance? And this is usually very easy to get, right? Anything that makes you overly anxious, everything that makes you desperate, everything that you over need and chase and try so hard to get, and you're watching all the get your SP back and chanting and affirming to manifest and create whatever goal you desire, all of that crap is a strong indication that you are out of balance and that you give too much importance to that thing you're trying to create. And so this is your red flag, being like, okay, now I need to step back. Now I need to start observing the madness in my thoughts, how it makes me feel, how much importance, and what I think it will mean for me to get that thing. Because the moment you do that, you're already detaching, you're already becoming aware of the mental noise and the emotional journey underneath. So step one, notice it, observe it, notice the story. Step number two is to understand the mindset that I want it, but I don't need it. And this is a very different attitude, because it's not about giving up the goal and not getting that desire and so on. No, it's understanding that I want it, I can have it, but I don't need it. In fact, if I don't get it, I will be okay. And if I get it, I will be okay as well. Because again, if you already embody the quality, the state that you want to really get, right? The emotional trade-off that you're trying to get, like freedom or safety or love and so on. And if I already live in that state now, then it doesn't matter whether I get it or not. It's a bonus. And this is why in step number two, what I often invite my client to do and what I do with myself is to simply learn to accept where I am now. And I guarantee you that if you are assigning too much resistance on the goal that you have, you are resisting your current situation now. And that resistance makes it persist. So in step number two, I want it, but I don't need it, gives you back the power. And so ask yourself, can I simply accept my life as it is now? Can I be at peace now? Can I be free now? Can I just accept this present moment as it is? If things were never gonna change and I was never gonna get the thing that I want, could I still accept this moment and be at peace? And I guarantee you what happens with me a lot, and this is why I know, is that I get this strong resistance. No, like my mind, my ego just resisting this so much. And this is where you have to teach yourself to relax in the feeling. Breathing deeply and just relaxing. That's where detachment arises, right? When you can melt away that resistance and be at peace in this present moment, knowing that here and now is everything that you desire here and now, not when you fucking get it, not when all of that crap that your mind is trying to tell you, because now you're chasing again. Here and now is everything that you want, because everything is an emotional journey. So if what you're really wanting is to feel worthy, is to feel important, is to feel loved, is to be free, is to feel safe, is to be happy, here and now you have that ability to embody it. It doesn't matter how your life looks like. There's millions of people who have demonstrated that you can choose to be happy no matter the current situation in your life. You just have to choose. This is why they say in an abundant life, there's a love for life, there's an ease of living, there's a joy, there's a gratitude of life. But that gratitude happens first, and not when this happens on the star line and I get money and I win the lottery and everything's okay. That's the importance, because you're trying to get that thing because of the feeling. But when you embody the feeling first, not only you melt the resistance, you reestablish that balance that we talked about, that energy balance, you release the importance, and now things can start to flow to you. You still have to do what you have to do, you still have to show up, take action, take the right step and so on, but you are now flowing with life, and you can trust that all the synchronicity, all the help, all the ideas, everything that you need will be provided every step of the way. And that is the power of detachment. Let it go to let it in. Let me know what you think down in the comment, guys. As always, thank you for watching this video. Hit the subscribe button. I will see you next time. Be well.